Off and running in the Australian Derby, came away in a nice even line. Hard to find an early leader. Saintly is one of them with Falante and Super Slew. Interval rushing over from the outside, and Dye's going to go forward on Nothing Like a Dane. Midfield are a bit worse on settling down Octagonal, who's in between horses. Skybow on his outside. Peep on the Sly, not getting much room, is bumping with Reasons as they go out of the straight. And Magic is going back to the tail of the field, and Skybow is now dropping out last of all. On the turn out of the straight, and Interval takes up the running to lead by a length and a half to Nothing Like a Dane. Royson is third in the box seat on the fence, about 3 away. Falante on the outside of Super Slew. A gap then to Saintly on the outside of Reasons. Octagonal on the outside of Peep on the Sly. Magic is second last, and Skybow is last as they go to the crossing at the mile. Into the back straight, Interval the leader by a bit more than a length to Nothing Like a Dane. Royson third, 2 to Falante, followed by Super Slew. Saintly is next on the outside of Reasons. A gap to Octagonal, followed by Peep on the Sly. Magic on the outside, pulling a bit. And Skybow is last as they head down the back past the 1400 mark. This leader got fired up a bit. Interval is pulling, led by a length to Nothing Like a Dane, getting closer. Royson third. 3 lengths away then is Falante. A length to Super Slew, followed by Saintly. Reasons next on the inside of Octagonal. A bit more than 2 to Peep on the Sly, followed by Magic, and Skybow on the fence is back at the tail as they reach the top turn. Interval led in a truly run derby by a length to Nothing Like a Dane. Royson third, getting a lovely run. A bit more than 2 to Falante, another 2 to Super Slew, and then Saintly, followed by Reasons. Octagonal's about 8 lengths off the lead, maybe a little more, and then Peep on the Sly and Magic, and 3 lengths away last Skybow. Past the 800 metres mark, Interval the leader by a half to Nothing Like a Dane. Royson third, hasn't covered 1 inch of extra ground. Falante is coming into it now, followed by Super Slew, and then Saintly. Octagonal about to take off. 3 deep is starting to pick up these leaders as they near the turn, followed by Magic, and then Reasons. Peep on the Sly and Skybow tailed off under the whip as they come around the turn, where Nothing Like a Dane takes the lead. Nothing Like a Dane hit the front up the rise. Falante's the first to go after him. Here comes Saintly with Octagonal down the extreme outside, out after them now. Falante headed Nothing Like a Dane, further out Saintly, and here comes the big O. Octagonal with the last run at them. Falante, Saintly and Octagonal, they've come away from Nothing Like a Dane. Saintly and Octagonal. Beedman throwing everything at Octagonal. He gets there. Yes, Octagonal wins the derby. Octagonal again by a neck to Saintly. Falante third, Royson fourth, in front of Nothing Like a Dane, followed by Super Slew, and then Magic and Interval well back in the field. Then came Reasons, Peep on the Sly, and Skybow last in the Australian Derby.